Hey guys, I'm here with Dylan Gardner. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about how you got involved in the music industry and became a singer.
Well, I would say, I've been playing since I was, one or two.
Mm-hmm.
I would do my school talent show every year, and I would play drums, and it was the best feeling that I ever got. And I said, I want to do this for the rest of my life. I used to look at the album covers of all the records I had. I'm like, I want to be just like those people on the album covers. So I started to write my own songs when I moved to Arizona in about 2010, and I just started like demoing and recording on my computer, just on Pro Tools, and I compiled them all. And I started sending them to everybody, and that basically turned into me making my first album, Adventures in Real Time, independently, and we put it up on Spotify, and it just got millions of plays, which is still a miracle. I'm still not over that.
Was there anyone when you were growing up that you looked for inspiration?
I would say the Beatles.
Yeah.
The Beatles, and my dad was also a musician. He's still a musician. He still plays with me all the time. But the Beatles, I would just listen to their records, and just they're completely spotless. They're just perfect, amazingly crafted songs, and they would make me feel on top of the world. I just remember I had a cassette tape of Hard Day's Night. I just remember I don't remember how I got it. I just remember the tape all over my room because I just played it so much because I just wanted to be. That's probably my favorite Beatles album. So, but yeah, I would say those are John Paul, George, and Ringo, my main inspiration. John Paul, George, and Ringo, and Mark, my dad.
Aww. And you kind of have a little bit of a '60s vibe to some of your music. Let everybody know, what your sound is, who it's like.
I would say I would describe the music I make as pop rock. It's very fun and upbeat, energetic, great, energy from vocals, big drums. My brother's my drummer, so we really get into it. At the same time, I love great pop songs. I love emotional moments and big shining kind of choruses or kind of hooks. I love that feeling when that kind of thing hits you. I would describe the music's kind of in the vein of Fun, Walk the Moon, Neon Trees, Vampire Weekend. Those are kind of my favorite kind of modern bands. So I would try to describe it like that, at least at the moment. That's what I'm making.
Now, you produce, you write, you sing, you play the guitar. You are very multi-talented.
Thank you.
When you go to write a song, do you start with kind of producing the beats first, behind? Do you start with the lyrics? How does that process work for you?
I would say now I've kind of done a lot of ways to get into that, but usually I'm at a restaurant or at a movie theater, and then suddenly I get clonked on the head with some kind of melody, and sometimes the lyrics are in that melody itself, and then I run home to the nearest place, and I just take my iPhone, my voice memo, and just go. So I would just immediately go from there, and then on guitar or piano, it's literally whatever's nearest to me. I kind of work it out, and as soon as I decide it's good enough to spend time on, I kind of demo it on my computer. But there's some days when I go I want kind of a trip hop beat with strings, and I just want to take it from there. Which that works sometimes. But yeah, usually it's very spur of the moment, rush to the head and kind of slap in the face with the melody kind of thing.
Yeah. And on your first album, you pretty much got to choose, what songs were going to go on that album, being independent. So how do you decide, this is going to be a hit song, or maybe we'll wait this, one later?
I don't decide if anything's going to be a hit. What I try to do is I just want, at least 10, however many tracks are on the record. Say 10, for instance. I just want 10 great songs. I don't care if they're hits or what demographic they appeal to, or if it passed this audition test. I want, as I've described before, I want to take a bullet for every song. Not literally, but kind of.
Right. So stuff that you actually enjoy, that you're loving.
Right, because when I grow up, or even when I'm not on Earth anymore, that music's still gonna be there, you know, and you want that to be around forever. So I try to make the best songs I can, and at the end of the day, you really hope they're successful. But at the same time, it's me doing what I love and projecting my inward self outwardly. So I would say with every album, it's pretty. Me and the people that decide what songs go on the record, they'll probably all be the same kind of answer.
Yeah. And you're in the studio right now working on your next album. How's that been like for you?
It's been fantastic. I mean, that's the bottom line, is that it's been fantastic. It's also it's a million things. There's days that are stressful. There's days that are like, oh my god, it's not coming together, or it's like, oh my god, life is amazing. But that's kind of the beauty of it. I mean, I hear so many amazing stories. Like Fleetwood Mac Rumors is one of my favorite albums ever made, and you just hear the stories, and it just sounds like that was the most not fun time ever. And yet, when I listen to that album, I am literally just reinvigorated with happiness. It's a million different things, but you know what? That's the amazing part of making an album. So I think it's going to be great.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to be going on tour probably in the future? I know you just had a tour over the summer, correct?
Yes, I went on tour with Emily Kinney from The Walking Dead. We played 31 shows in 2 months.
Wow.
Which was really fun.
Uh-huh.
It was unbelievably fun. So, yeah, probably, I'm going to guess, like, you know, early, maybe February, March will probably be a really cool tour.
Nice. And is there anything that you get, like, you know, pumped up for your show? Any rituals that you do beforehand?
I would say I usually put on a music video for Elvis Costello's "Pump It Up" because nothing gets me into it quicker than that. Just seeing his, like, you know, little legs, it's just like, you know, it just gets you going. Or like, it's something about that. I don't know. It just makes me want to go on stage and just completely just want to break my guitar.
Yeah. Is there anything like on your future writer that's like so crazy, but you just want to have on your writer one day?
When I got to the moment where I got to like choose a writer, I've heard so many stories of like, you have to have pink palm trees. Don't even look at me.
Exactly.
So
white couches.
Yeah.
You know?
So I right now as it is, it's just a towel and Red Bull for my brother. So
you're easy.
I'm really easy. I like to pride myself on not making people's lives harder. So yeah, it'll be. I hope that it's always a very small writer, but I will never be ridiculous.
I love it. And it's you and your brother. Do you guys have other bandmates with you that are traveling?
We do. We have, right now it's a 3-piece. It's my brother and I and a really great bass player. That's actually like our best friend. Like, we've been on for a very long time. So we've played over 100 shows this year, and it's been incredible. We have a really big sound for a 3-piece. When I was thinking of this, you know, I was going like, do we get 6 million people to like play a tambourine part and then like a string part and then this part? But I thought, you know, it's like, it's not that necessary because the songs are the songs and they can kind of work in any arrangement. And I looked at some of my favorite bands, and you know, a band like The Who, that's 4 people, but Roger Daltrey is just singing. So if he was playing guitar, that would, you know, so I like, we could do a 3-piece because I can play guitar and sing. So it's been really fun.
Yeah. And is there a dream venue that you would love to play one day? Sell out, hopefully.
Red Rocks in Colorado would probably be my dream venue at the moment.
I love it.
Hopefully I can sing there because there's no oxygen when I'm in Denver.
Right. You have to really prepare for Denver.
Oh, yeah.
And what do you like doing in your spare time when you're just hanging out with your friends?
I would say when I'm just relaxed, when I'm not working on music, weirdly enough, I'm listening to music. I collect records. That's my favorite thing to do. I have the record collector bug in me. So I throw on records, and it's completely different from making music for me. It's almost a different thing. So I try to listen to as much as I can. I collect every genre. And if I'm not doing that, you know, I try to exercise every once in a while when I'm not. Because everything music involves, besides performing, is me just going, like, just sitting, you know, in my room. So to, like, get, you know, to make sure it all doesn't go to my hips, like, I just try to, you know, ride a bike or play basketball every now and then, or tennis. Even though I'm, you know, terrible at 2 out of 3 of those things.
That's okay. You can work on it.
Yeah.
All right. So let's have you give us a little sneak peek of some of your music. So whatever you want to play.
Cool. I'll try. This is the first song from my album, Adventures in Real Time. That's also my first album. So I wanted this song to be literally an introduction to me. So it's called "Let's Get Started."
Perfect.
I'll just get right to the hook.
All right.
Now, come on, let's get started. Just don't leave me broken hearted. Oh, come on, let's get started. You are my love. Come on, let's get started. All your problems disregarded. Oh, come on, let's get started. You can say what you want, not ever give it up. Just say what you want from me. So come on up now, let's get started. Just don't leave me broken.
I love it. All right, so before I let you go here, we have the hard-hitting questions that we got to get to here.
Ooh,
so,
I like hard-hitting questions.
All right. So, we have some rapid fire. Are you ready?
I love this. As a Family Feud watcher, I always like these like rapid questions.
Yes, love it. Okay, go-to Starbucks drink.
Whatever vanilla kind of. I don't really drink Starbucks. I think it's like what is it like vanilla kind of smoothie?
Yeah, the vanilla bean.
Yes, that is it.
Song that makes you hit the dance floor.
This Place About to Blow by Kesha.
Nice. Song that you know every single word to that most people wouldn't think of.
Forever by Drake, Eminem, and Lil Wayne.
I love it. 3 things you would take with you if you were on a deserted island.
I would take an Aldous Huxley book. I would take a Beatles record, and I would take a Keith Haring painting set.
Your dream vacation spot.
I would say New York.
Okay. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
That would probably be the chuletas over at La Cabanita in Glendale.
I love it. Thing on your bucket list.
I want to do a stage dive that works someday.
Oh, okay. Secret celebrity crush.
Francois Hardy.
Okay. Biggest fear.
Biggest needles.
Oh.
I can't. If I even think about getting my blood drawn, it's like.
Like automatically pass out even before it comes. One thing you can't live without.
Well, music.
Right. If you had to pick one celebrity to play you in a documentary, who would it be?
Michael Cera.
Awesome. You passed.
Yay.
Well, thank you so much, Dylan. It's been nice chatting with you. And where can everybody find you on social media?
They can follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and all the other various things at Dylan Gardner. They can listen to my album Adventures in Real Time on Spotify, iTunes, and SoundCloud.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.